One of the things that I try to do on Football Night in America, because it's a broader audience that doesn't follow as closely as the folks who watch the show every day, and we appreciate those of you who do. They aren't in the weeds reading PFT as closely as folks do, and thank you if you do. But we get to a point where, okay, when you're communicating with a broader audience, what are the things that you can tell them are going to happen?
Yeah, right.
And last Sunday night, it was, hey, folks, here's what's going to happen. Daniel Jones is getting benched. And you know what's happened?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones has gotten benched.
Huh.
That's just broken.
Wow. I did not expect you to be going there. Right
I know.
there.
I just went there. I threw you the
curveball.
curveball.
I was literally like,
we got to react to the
what's
news.
going on with the Ravens and the Steelers here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's going on is Daniel Jones is benched.
Right.
That's what's going on. And it's not a surprise. $23 million in injury guarantees for next year. This is the Russell Wilson move. This is the let's get this guy off the field before he suffers an injury that's going to tie our hands financially for next year. It's that simple. So I don't know who
they're going with. They didn't say that yet.
I haven't seen that part of it yet. I assume it's going to be Drew Lock unless they're going to do the Tim Tebow thing. Remember when they jumped Tim Tebow over Brady Quinn, was it?
It might have been.
When they benched Kyle Orton?
Right.
So it's presumably Drew Lock, but there's been a push. It was a couple weeks ago. There was this weird item on the main headline spot of ESPN's NFL page pushing Tommy DeVito.
There's a public outcry back up here. Like he's a local kid. He had a good year last year, right? Did some things that way, and people want to see him. And I think there's people thinking like, oh, well, at least he'll bring some people to the game and do all that. I want to go, I don't know about that. And the other thing you got to worry about there too, again, if Brian Daboll's trying to save his job and do all that, Tommy DeVito, for all those people out there, he's number 3 on the depth chart for a reason. There's a reason there, because every day of training camp or whatever else, the other 2 guys were better than him. I mean, plain and simple. So there's a reason he's number 3 there, and that's why they can't just go over Drew Lock. The locker room's not going to go, wait, we're going to skip over the guy that's made plays and is the more talented guy just because Tommy DeVito's from New Jersey. I don't know if that's going to win over the locker room there either.
There was a weird vibe in the ESPN article because it didn't come out and say it. It tried to create this impression that DeVito deserves a chance.
Yeah.
And Drew Lock was quoted as saying, hey, the great thing about this quarterback room is he knows he's the starter. I know I'm number 2. He knows he's number 3. And then DeVito's quoted as saying, well, I kind of understand why they brought in Drew Lock. So there's something weird going on there, and it's going to get weirder now that Jones is out of the mix, because it's going to be Lock until they go to DeVito. And maybe at some point they will throw some gabagool to the crowd and bring back the, you know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I just think there's a point where you are the joke. You're not in on the joke. You are the joke.
I hear you. Well, right now he's capitalizing on that so far, so I'm not mad at him for that. But not surprised. I guess I didn't think it would happen today with Daniel Jones in the benching. I thought it was coming
they're coming
soon.
back. Yeah, they got to play this week. Let's go. Let's get ready.
So they made the decision. They're going to move on, and so be it. And again, like we've talked about with the Giants, Daniel Jones, we know he's not the future. That's over with. That's done with. They're moving on. But I also don't sit here and go, oh, well, Daniel Jones was the biggest problem with the Giants, as we've talked about before. There's a lot of problems with that football team, and a lot of them fell onto Daniel Jones and made him look worse than he actually is.
All right, that was an unexpected development. What we're going to do is take a break. We're going to regroup. We're going to come back.
Hey, way to go with your Steelers, though. Your favorite team,
NFC.
Man.
Hey, let me say this. They're more fun to watch than the Vikings.
Oh, no.
The Vikings are boring to watch right now. Boring.
He's a Steeler fan.
We'll be right back.
George Pickens over here.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.